luxury fashion marketing problem, why sales are declining. Imagine going to Fashion Week and a brand shows you clothes that are colorful and stylish, only to go to this brand's physical location to find what is on the rack is nothing like what is on the runway. When this happens, consumers begin to ask themselves, what exactly am I buying? The dream or the reality? This is important because it highlights how brand marketing directly impacts consumer perception and consumer sales. In my time analyzing the fashion industry, I've noticed a strong disconnect between runway and retail that is causing the luxury market to plummet in recent years. So, we will examine exclusivity as the luxury brand's core strategy, the disconnect between runway and retail, and strategic solutions. Scarcity increases the perceived value of a product. When there's only one version of a product, people only want it more. For about 80 years, luxury fashion brands have exhibited their one-of-a-kind clothes in fashion weeks all around the world. This has created aspirations within the consumer, and boy, do people really aspire to go to Fashion Week. According to an article by Miles Socha titled Paris Fashion Week from Women's Wear Daily as of October 2025, within 48 hours of 2025 Paris Fashion Week concluding, it generated $1.5 billion in immediate impact value. The clothes are not all that's exclusive. The reason why these events gain so much traction is because of who is there. Magazine photographers, editors, celebrities, influencers. When these people post their products on their story, it gains more traction from the consumer. According to Jessica Shine in an article titled U.S. Shoppers Are Under the Influence from Business Wire as of March 2024, taking insights from 1,011 U.S. consumers ages 18 to 65, 3 out of 4 shoppers have purchased the product or service because an influencer recommended it. However, outside of these events, luxury fashion's overall market growth is really slowing down. According to Melissa Shobe in an article titled Luxury's Growth Stutters, the global personal luxury goods market has lost 50 million consumers. So what we're seeing here is that Saks Global has also gone into bankruptcy. According to an article from CNBC's Gabriel Fonrouge titled How Saks' Acquisition of Neiman Marcus plunged the company into bankruptcy as of January 2026, Saks Fifth Avenue's acquisition of Neiman Marcus led to the company filing for Chapter 11 bankruptcy protection. When Saks stopped paying its vendors, it couldn't secure the right inventory to keep driving sales. So, people love watching these brands exhibit their one-of-a-kind clothes, but these same people are not actually driving the sales of these brands. That is because what is being shown on the runway is so different from retail, it is causing a strong disconnect that is causing consumers to walk away from luxury. The disconnect between runway and retail. In 2026 Paris Fashion Week, I observed a presentation by Swedish fashion house Ivovov that generated strong visual impact through its unconventional format. However, when translated into online retail, there was little to no product availability from what was shown. This type of disconnect is not unique. It represents a wider industry trend that is contributing to a recent decline in global luxury sales. This is because Gen Z prefers authenticity. A major driver of change in the luxury market is the shift in consumer values, particularly among Gen Z. Unlike previous generations, Gen Z places a higher emphasis on authenticity, transparency, and alignment between what a brand communicates and what it delivers. According to the article from the Global Banking and Finance Review by Jessica Weisman, titled Consumer Behavior Trends in 2025 as of February 2026, 63% of consumers ages 18 to 19 express a readiness to pay a premium price for brands they perceive to be honest and authentic. Gen Z consumers are way more likely to engage with brands that reflect their personal identity and values, rather than those that rely solely on exclusivity and status. This means that traditional luxury strategies are becoming less effective. Instead of being drawn to unattainable imagery, they are drawn to a more consistent and believable experience across marketing, product, and brand identity. Strategic solutions. This is Chanel's current retail website. It shows the exact runway look shown that year and how it is available for purchase. My hybrid model I'm proposing is to keep runway and improve retail alignment. Luxury brands should maintain runway shows as creative showcases, but better connect them to their retail, including more wearable pieces and clear retail counterparts to ensure that inspiration translates into actual sales without losing artistic value. These companies need to align their marketing with actual products more. Brands should promote items consumers can actually buy. When marketing reflects real inventory, it builds trust, reduces frustration, and increases the likelihood that interest turns into sales. Also, these luxury brands need to focus on evolving consumer expectations. Today's consumers value authenticity, accessibility, and relevance over exclusivity alone. Brands that adapt to these values are more likely to stay competitive and build long-term loyalty. To review, luxury brands can maintain exclusivity while improving accessibility. Luxury brands need to start aligning marketing with their product in order to survive, and luxury brands need to shift their focus towards consumer expectations. Luxury fashion is a dream, but whether or not it can succeed depends on whether people can actually buy into it.